I don't give a fuck.
My turn.
I'm saying my name, put some respect on it.
When you should have been at home, but you were trying to keep up with the Kardashians. Okay, we already know the story, and I know that I've been hearing a lot of bias reporting. So we gon' we gonna get the rundown straight how it is. Everything the jury know. Here you go. First day, Megan took the stand. She said that they were at a party. They left the party. They were at a party at Kylie Jenner's house. They left Kylie Jenner's house. They got into an argument in the car. She exited the car, and that's when she was shot by Tory Lanez. And she heard him yell, "Dance B." And she also said that Tory offered her $1 million to keep quiet. And she even made a statement saying she wished he would have just killed her so she wouldn't have to go through all this. Then they heard testimony from Kelsey. It says Harris has contradicted her previous statements about the situation on multiple occasions and at the time attempted to invoke her Fifth Amendment right against self-incrimination despite being given immunity multiple times. Kelsey has stated she does not remember some accounts of that night, despite previously giving the district attorney a full description of the events when she was interviewed in September. Harris has stated she did not see Tory shoot Megan, and despite hearing gunshots, didn't know Megan was shot. The jury also has seen the text messages that Megan shared online back in February, which read, "Meg, I know you probably never gonna talk to me again, but I genuinely want you to know I am sorry from the bottom of my heart. I was just too drunk. Nonetheless, shit should have never happened, and I can't change what I did. I just feel horrible." Now, Tory Lane's defense for that is he was apologizing for sleeping with Megan and Kelsey. They got wind of this post where she said, "Lie your way out of this if you ain't do shit. What you was apologizing for. The lawyers got your phone records and mine, all your texts. They got you recorded on the jail phone, talking to Kelsey, apologizing, begging us not to talk." They got 2 911 calls from the neighbors reporting gunfire and surveillance video from a nearby home that includes audio of the gunfire, photos of Megan's wounded feet, x-rays, and images during the surgeon's testimony. The surgeon said they identified 4 metallic bullet fragments embedded in her feet, and they removed what they could during emergency surgery that night. The jury also seen a text message that Kelsey sent Megan the following day that said, "Should I get a scan at urgent care? My chest is hurting. My left side, back, and neck hurt. But that's from the fighting and him dragging me out of the car by my hair." Okay, being that Kelsey got up there and like she forgot everything that happened that night, the prosecutors are now letting the jury hear their 80-minute audio conversation with Kelsey that they recorded September 2022. These are the details from that conversation. Kelsey tells prosecutors about Tory saying something about Meg needing to tell her the truth, and Kelsey was confused. She tells prosecutors that Meg said something like, "Kelsey, don't listen. He trying to make you mad." Next thing you know, the argument began with Tory and Meg. Tory called Meg bitches and hoes. And Kelsey told prosecutors, I stepped in and said, you know you're not going to talk to my friend like that. Kelsey also told prosecutors, honestly, when I'm arguing, I just kind of say things that are hurtful too. She talked about Lanez threatening to shoot her, saying she told him, if you shoot me, you shoot me. I guess it's my time to go. Then the argument turned to artistry. Kelsey said Meg said that the only reason Tory is famous is because he did a remix with J. Carlo. Tory is dissing Meg. I can't remember what he was telling her, but they just started hitting each other with their careers as artists. Kelsey described Meg getting out of the Escalade, and she described Tory shooting in detail. She says she turned at the sound of the second or third gunshot and saw Tory on the right front passenger side shooting over the door. Asked if it was in Meg's direction, Kelsey said definitely in her direction. Yeah, definitely in her direction. She described fearing for her life as Tory pulled on her hair and neck because it was really hard. Kelsey is doing all the talking. The DA barely says anything. Kelsey tells prosecutors about Meg as my best friend. She could have said something. She left me in the hot seat, so I'm upset because she didn't clear my name. She laments that people think I took hush money. It's not fair because I didn't betray her, Kelsey says. Kelsey said she told Meg that people were threatening her and her family, and articles about the LAPD officers stopping them at gunpoint and the arresting both Tory and Kelsey were fueling speculations. But when Meg made that post, there was no protection. Kelsey also talked about getting back into the Escalade with Meg and says we didn't have a pushback about getting into the car and didn't even consider calling 911. LAPD officers pulled them over at gunpoint minutes later, and Kelsey was jailed and Meg was handcuffed in an ambulance. And that pretty much wrap up the first week of what the jury know in this Tory Lanez Megan Thee Stallion case. And as you can see, I ain't do no speculating.
Why are you running?
All you gotta do is subscribe for your personal dose of other people being.
I'm not seeing it